Welcome to another video on data to decisions. In today's video, we'll be building a version of line chart which is more interactive. For example, on screen, we have four different lines in this chart, one representing the sales for each of the regions. So we have the north, east, south, and west. So when we have multiple lines in a line chart, when you have especially more lines, it can become very hard to understand the different sequences. I think it's also called as a spaghetti chart where you have a lot of lines moving around. In such cases, one of the techniques that could be helpful is if you allow the user to look at only one line at a time. So I can choose, for example, in this drop down, I only want to see the North series clearly. All the other series are grayed out, and only one is highlighted or chosen and represented prominently. So this allows us to see how a specific series ended while keeping all the other series in the background and not become too hard to understand or be distracted. So this is a technique that could be helpful in some scenarios when you deal with line charts. In this video, I'll be explaining how to build this step by step. Let's get started. So let's start with the raw data. So we have raw data monthly sales by each region. So we have four regions, so four series of values, and then we have the month. Now, what we can do is to select all the values first, go to insert 2D line, and this gives us this spaghetti chart with a lot of lines intertwining. So what we are going to do is to now add another series to this, which is the highlighted series or chosen series or something, where we're going to let the user choose one of these values, right? So I'm going to first create a drop down here before we write the formula, where the drop down will be go to data validation, choose list, and I can choose one of these, basically these headers, and this will create me a drop down of northeast west south. Very simple. I'm going to just color this cell so we know that this is an entry. There we go. So this is our input. So if north is chosen, then I want only the north series to be selected, right? So I can do if this lock the cell equals north, then I want this value. So you can, there are many different ways to do this, function. So for example, let's do switch function. Can do switch and put this value, comma. If this value is not, so put it in double quotes, not, then give me back this value, comma, double quotes, east, then give me this value, comma, double quotes, west, double quotes, comma, give me this value, comma, double quotes, south, double quotes, give me this value. Okay. And let's close parenthesis. And I'm just going to drag this down. Oh, sorry, I just need to fill this down. And now you see that it didn't work. That's because I didn't lock my I2. So go back here, lock I2 with dollar symbols and press enter. And then now drag it down. So the whole locking the I2 is because when you go down to the next row, your input cell is still I2. I2 is the only input cell. So you want to make sure that when you go down, this is still I2. That's why we are locking in the reference. Anyway, the formula, there are many methods to do it, but the formula's objective is to bring only the values of the chosen series. Which is the chosen series? Chosen is whatever the user selects here. So if I change it to east, it will give me different values, and this will match exactly the east values. If I choose south, this will match exactly the south values. That's it. So once we have done that, we just have to go back and add it to the chart. Before I add that series, let's just format the existing series. So I'm going to right click, format data series, and let's do one at a time. So let's start with north. And if you want to change this to a solid line, let's do lighter gray. Maybe we can go even lighter, and then change the width to maybe 1.5. And do I want a marker for that? Maybe I will remove the marker. There's no marker. Yeah, we actually chose a line without marker. So there's no marker. Let's select the next series, east, and also choose the same thing. And then 1.5, choose west, same color, line, same width, 1.5. Finally, south, solid line, same color, and then 1.5. Okay. So now we've basically created all the four series to be very similar and they're going to be lighter, so they're not going to be dominating. Now we need to add the selected series. So go right click, select data, and so select all the, remove all of them, and then go to selected series. Now press OK. X axis is still going to be the monthly abbreviation, so I'm going to keep it the same. Now we are going to hit OK, and now you'll see only that series is different in color. So I'm going to go and test it. North, east. So you can clearly see how it is reacting. So it is good. Now you can format this also. Go to fill and color. And if you want this to be in a specific color, and then you can make the width change. And if you want to put a marker for this one, you can do. Let's put a circle and fill it with red and a border, something like this. So let's take a look at it. So now when the user chooses not, you'll see that it's not, right? The other thing you want to do is the legend. So again, you can leave it like this. Another way to do this would be make the legend also dynamic. So right click, format legend to the top. In this case, if I want the legend to be, instead of saying highlighted, I want to say north. So how can I do it? So here, this cell is where we actually, this legend is looking at this cell. So if I can make this as equals to this, now that becomes north on the chart as well. So I can remove the other legend entries. And if I wanted only know, this to be visible, this is north, all these other months. Again, if in your case, all these other series, all these other regions, you still want them to be displayed, of course, we will do it differently. In my case, I just want the user to focus only on this and not on any of these others. So this can be, you'll see that the legend changes dynamically, right? And you can also, of course, change the chart title. We've done other videos where we explain a lot about formatting of these charts, all these different elements and formatting options you have. So I'm not going to spend time in this video on that, but please check out the other videos if you're looking for that. The focus of this video was how do you make one series dynamically get highlighted based on user input, and that's what we did. So just to summarize, we create an extra column for that selected series values, put that onto the chart, make all these other series gray, and then only have the selected series in a prominent color. That's how you do it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any suggestions to make this better, please put them in the comment section. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video.